Welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I am, as always, your host, AR the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to discuss what housing in California versus housing in Ohio looks like. Specifically, what $2 million can buy you in the state of California, at least in one part of California anyway, versus what $2 million can buy you in the state of Ohio, or even less for that matter when it comes if you just want to buy land and stuff like that, and then maybe put a house on it later or something. So anyway, this basically all stems from a. I was going through my Twitter feed last night, and this randomly caught my eye because it popped up in my feed here, which was Bay Area State of Mind. This is what 2 million buys in Palo Alto, California. Palo Alto, I believe, if not mistaken, was the area where the Lords of Dogtown movie, uh, the actual events that was based on. I believe that's where those guys grew up. So it was basically like sort of like slumish, if I'm not mistaken, or at least like downtrodden, um, lower economy and stuff like that. But yeah, so you basically have what appears to be a one-car garage with maybe a two-bedroom house on it, and then a small little lot, which I'm guessing would be probably like a quarter to an eighth of an acre, maybe at most on there. And then they got a car underneath some bricks and stuff like that. So basically, just a shit shack is what it is. Most likely going to fall down. You probably have to do a complete remodel of that house, if not completely tear the fucking thing down and build a new home in that same lot, is what it would be. Because I'm sure that place is very much either condemned or pretty close to it anyway. So, yeah, and that's what 2 million bucks get you in some part of California. Versus looking at the state of Ohio right now, just looking up on homes.com here. I was looking up land for sale and then houses and stuff like that on the land potentially. And this is what we got here. So for just under 50,000, you can get 2.50 acre lot in Swinton, Ohio. For a little over 300,000, 313,000, you can get a 41.74 acre lot in Perrysburg, Ohio. For 47,000, you can get a 1.39 acre lot in Bridgeport, Ohio. For 8,500, this looks like it's probably like some part of it's in Hillsborough, Ohio. It looks like it's probably going to be commercial housing and stuff like that. You can get a 0.25 acre lot, which would probably be roughly what they had in California there, but it's only $8,500, and then you can build a home for the other 1.9 something million dollars on there. Then we got this one for $400,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2 baths, 8-acre lot in Organia, Ohio. I'm actually gonna look this one up right now. We're gonna do some pictures of that one. That's a nice looking area there, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that is some nice looking acreage right there. I'm trying to figure out if this whole thing would be the 8 acres, or maybe it's just this house right here in the front. So I think it might be the whole area, actually, to be honest with you, because that looks like it might be an outbuilding. I'm looking at it right, and then right now, sorry, I think this first part right here might be the brown. There might be the house, is what it is. That'd be like 3-bedroom, 2-bath house or whatever, and then you'd have a barn and some like various animal area over here is what it is. And you got this whole area there. I'm trying to figure out if this tree line right here has a pond right by it, or if that's just like a fence that I'm seeing right there. I think it's just a fence. But yeah, you could if you wanted to, actually, you could put like a whole. You could actually take some of that, like the other, 1.6 million bucks, do a whole pond right there in the one section of it, or any place, by the house there. Yeah, man, looks nice, honestly. Some other shots of it. Yeah, you got the barn there. Oh, there actually is a pond already on it. I didn't realize that part. Yeah, I was right then. I think that was right where I thought the fence area was there. So yeah, it's already got a nice little pond there on there. That's not bad. That's pretty much a farm pond. What's ironic there is looking at that picture of that farm pond, where all the I think that's duckweed is what they call that, the green shit there in the corner. It kind of looks like weird guacamole or something. That's usually if you would throw like either by that or into that. That's where you're gonna catch like the biggest bass that's in that pond because they're just hiding out underneath that for some shade for the hot ass heat of the day. Or if you're gonna go and you would pitch like either right where this tree is on the corner there, um, that's on like the nook there on the upper left there, or even on the bottom left there. That tree probably has something pretty big underneath, sitting underneath it. Or this set of trees right here, if you would like pitch like a jig or something right underneath that one, you'd probably catch like a pretty decent sized bass there too. If nothing else, it could also be like a bluegill pond for all we know, or even a crappie pond for that matter. My uncle had something similar to this on his property, where it was just stock full of crappie is what it was, and unfortunately, it was also very shallow. And depending on the wintertime, if it's not deep enough, you will have die-offs in those ponds because of that. So, but yeah, nice little pond already on that 8 acres. We got more of an overview there. It looks like more garage area there on the one corner and stuff. Like I said, got your little cattle pasture or horse pasture, whatever you want to use it for there. Maybe have some probably be like a horse stable for people or whatever the case be. Do some like boarding there maybe for people. Make some money that way. Yeah, it's a nice little area, man, for sure. And then there's your house right there. It's not a bad looking house either, man. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Looks like a 2-car garage with it. Got the inside there. That's a nice looking inside, dude. That is a nice looking living room, actually. Got them hardwood floors on there. Dude, I'll tell you what, if I had the lottery, I'd probably buy something like this, honestly. What I would do, though, if I was going to do that, so basically you have your kitchen slash, or sorry, you have your living room slash kitchen there. I would completely change that around, though, because where that TV is mounted on the wall, you still have the TV mounted on the wall there, but you'd have like probably like a couch or like one of the long, what do you call those things? It's not really like a love seat, but it's like that's a sectional. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, you have like a big sectional where it's like multiple couches here, and then maybe you have like a recliner or something someplace there as well, maybe closer to the door or something. And you got everybody checking out the TV then, and you can go have your little walkway there into the kitchen. Actually, technically, if I was going to buy this place, knowing that we had another potential $1.6 million that we could, play with and stuff like that, this would probably be a secondary home, because right where, I'm going to go back on one of the pictures there. So going back to that first area, so here's the road, and I'm assuming that, well, I don't know, I'm trying to think now. Because I'm trying to think now if this whole thing right here would be the acreage, like just like the back slot, because the next one over might be its own thing then, because it has like a different pathway behind it and stuff. But it's weird though, because you see the pond was on, looks like it's over here someplace. So I think this whole thing is the 8 acres, honestly. So it's just a different road back to the pond and stuff like that's what it is. But yeah, because I was gonna say, as long as this like open section here is all open and stuff like that, what I would do is I'd actually build a bigger place, probably like right dead center in the middle of that, so it'd be like directly across from the house that exists right now, but it'd be like a much larger mansion, I guess is what I'd say on that one, and just use some of the money for that is what it'd be then. So anyway, check out some more of the inside here. Looks like there's a bedroom right there. So you got bedroom number 1 right there. Get your little kitchen. It's not a bad looking kitchen, but it's a little small. I'd want something a little bit bigger than that. That's why I'm saying build a bigger house on that property as well. Yeah, it's definitely a small kitchen. You got a little bit of counter space to do some stuff with, but not much. You got some decent cabinet space in there, though. And they got their dishwasher on the corner there. Looks like the master bedroom right there. Decent size. Got a bathroom there in the master bedroom. I'm guessing this is the bathroom and the master bedroom there. Not bad, not bad. Looks like probably a second bedroom here. Decent size. Looks like they had a dog in there. Second bedroom or second bathroom, and then probably that bedroom, I'm guessing. Maybe just off of that bedroom. Got some outside acreage there in the picture. Little land plots, barn. Oh, nice. You got the horse. Oh, that I was right. That is a horse stable then. Yeah, for sure then, man. If I was gonna buy this, I would definitely turn it into a horse stable then. So, because it basically already is. Just do that as like a horse boarding area. Make some money off the land and stuff like that. Be like, oh, you need some horses boarded here? Okay, it'll be X amount of money a month or whatever, or some amount of money a year, whatever it is. So, yeah, that's a nice setup, man. Real nice setup, actually. Makes you wonder why they're selling this place. Oh shit, that's what that big thing was. It was a big ass arena for doing the horses in there, training them and stuff like that. So yeah, that's exactly what this place was. It was a horse training area then. Interesting. Interesting. I'm trying to go back on these pictures, but I can't now. Let me go and restart that if that be the case. Okay, so you have. I'm going to go back and look at that again now. Looking back to where the one building was there. So, I'm trying to do an overview pic right now. Okay, so it looks like the smaller building there and maybe the adjacent one there that's like the outer inner one thing or whatever. It looks like maybe both of those are like part of a stable, is what it would be. So you'd have like, I don't know, maybe like a 4 to 8 horse stable, something like that in there. And then the bigger part is like a big arena to run them and stuff like that, and the, you know, rain and everything else like that then. So let's see, let's go back to that one and see if we can find it again now. Yeah, and you can tell these are definitely horse people when they got a big old horse shower curtain there. So, all right, let's see here now. Okay, so this is showing the one part of it. I'm trying to figure. It almost looks like it's an adjacent area too that they're showing there with the horse stables. So let's see. So you got one stall there, 2, 3, 4. This looks like 5 stalls right there. So this actually might even be in that little arena part there. And then you got some more over here. So it's like 1, 2, probably another 4 or 5 then. So you got essentially like 8 to 10 horse stalls in there. That are basically just hold pens essentially. And then yeah, it looks like it's a different spot there. And then this would be the inside of the arena area there. That's a big ass area, man. I'm gonna go back on this whole thing to begin with in that first picture because I feel like there's another piece of that that is not being shown properly or something. And I feel like it's a different part. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was that same area then. Yeah, it's just it's the way that I was looking at it is why it looked weird. Okay, so yeah, so it would probably be like the. I'm assuming that the front piece there probably has like a stable or 2 in it, is what it is. But I think it's like part of the back part here is where the bigger set of stables are there. So you'd have. Yeah, you'd have the bigger. Like I was trying to see if there was a hole there at the end. Looks like the outside on that one. So I'm trying to figure out if there's like. This way, it almost looks like you could lead them into like an internal, like running area, maybe. So, trying to figure that out right now. Okay, so that would be the front part there, and then this is the middle piece that potentially has like some stablage in it as well, and then that goes directly into the big ass open area there. That is a big running area, dude. But it's understandable though, because if you're gonna have multiple horses, you're gonna have out there training and stuff like that. You could have them easily have their own little part there. That is a nice looking place. I would like to go check this place out just to check it out, man. Like, that's a big old stable area. And like I said, for 400K compared to 2 million in that little California place, like, bro, you're making some money right there. And then speaking of $2 million houses and stuff like that, then we got the next one on here, which is a $2.175 million for a 28-acre lot in Northridge, Ohio, which has a giant ass fucking pond on it there. And according to this, looks like it's mostly just like this section there. So it's essentially like just the big ass pond is what it looks like. So that is a huge ass. That's just not even a pond. That's a lake, dude. Let's call it what it is. Yeah, that's a nice size lake on that thing for $2 million. So I'm trying to figure out there's a house on that though, is what it is. Yeah, you got your big old lake. I'm trying to see if that's an island right there. No, it looks like, oh yeah, looks like there's a little point of an island there. That's nice, actually. You could go, and it actually looks like you have the full road up there. You can go directly into that little area there, and then go out to the island there and cast off the island and stuff, which is nice. And you got another little section here if you want to go over that way to the other side, go through the forest and stuff like that, come out this way or whatever. And you got a little open section there you can cast out to. Truthfully speaking, actually, if I was going to own this place right here, what I would do is I start clear cutting some of these trees down that are like right at the edge of the bank is what it is. And you would have that whole section there be a new spot to fish at right here where that big old forest section is there. You'd have that first row of trees or first couple rows of trees all cut down there. So you'd have an ability to fish off the bank there. Same thing with this little section here. And then where this little open spot is right there, the ones next to it, we'd cut those down too as well. And we'd also probably slice down some of these ones right here that are next to this little like dick point of an island. So you'd have like a secondary island to go fish off of too as well. And then of course you could put a nice big old boat out there too as well. Just fish off the boat all day. Yeah, it's a pretty big area, man. That looks nice. That does look nice. Oh yeah, I guess there is like a little like barn or house or something nooked in there is what it is. This might just be like a cabin property, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. It could just be like a oh no, I'm sorry, it's not, because it says right there 0 bed, 0 bath house, or 0 bath, so there's no home at all in this then. So yeah, that would just be like a little shed or something like that for maybe keeping a boat or something in it. So yeah, essentially you're buying like a big ass you're buying a big ass lake then on a for 2.1 million bucks. Yeah. Like I said, little like cabinous place for your boat / raft, what do you want to use there? Probably fishing rods and gear and stuff in there too, is my guess. Might also have like a mower or something in that too, just to keep that place mowed and everything like that. So, I mean, you could still put you could actually, technically speaking, you could actually put a lake, or you could actually put a house on this if you wanted to. You would just have to do it in one of these little sections here. It'd be like a small house, probably like a 2 or 3 bedroom house, maybe. So you either cut down these 2 trees right here and you put it in that middle section there. Maybe do away with this road over here and add like a little bit more space there or something close to the tree line. Or do it over here in this one section there or whatever. So obviously it would take a little bit more. And like I said earlier, what I'm talking about right there is this section of trees right here on this like secondary island. That's what you cut down. And just turn that into like a secondary fishing spot then. Probably also cut most of these trees down here as well that are on there so you don't get snagged up and stuff like that when you're throwing out on that little point. And then, yeah, we just clear cut a bunch of that other lumber too. Probably, if depending on what kind of lumber it is, we might actually use that for a future house build on that property if we were going to buy this. So, yeah, and then you got somebody on a little raft there, canoe. Probably what's in that boat shed that's on that property then. Yeah, looks nice, man. But again, if I was going to pay $2 million for something, I'd definitely want to have a house, at least a small house anyway on the property already. So to me, that's a little bit, for what it is, it's not worth the money, honestly. Or I definitely want to have a little back pocket of cash is what it would be then. So, anywho. Continuing on, for 8.87 acre lot for $495,000 in Navarrete, Ohio, which has 2 ponds and a Chagrin River winding through it. So let's go ahead and check this one out. So this would be about 1/4 of the price of that Palo Alto little house there. So you got, looks like a stable area, or not stable, but like a little outside fenced in thing for animals. Bunch of trees, many little ponds there. That's a little farm pond for sure. There could be something big hiding in that though. Big old bass, maybe somebody spiked did like some pike or something in there. Might be something like that in there. Maybe some catfish stocked into it or something. Probably most likely bluegill and crappie and other panfish though, like most ponds are around here. And then some big bass is my guess, honestly. Smallmouth, largemouth, doesn't really matter. Either one, probably both in some cases. Little weird, creepy ass outbuilding there. Looks like a little old barn or something like that. That's like the kind of place you walk up to in the middle of the night and you get freaked the fuck out because you see like some random spirits coming out of it or something. It's supposed to be perfect for Duke, by the way. It's like a secondary area there of probably a Chagrin River, my guess there. I don't think that's the pond. Man, that is some fucking what is that one movie? Stay Alive. This is some Stay Alive shit right here, man. Like that creepy ass like forest canopy. Like you're just waiting for Elizabeth Bathory to come in her creepy ass carriage down the fucking area there. Or maybe like some Ichabod Crane shit or something like that from like Headless Horseman or something. Like that is some freaky ass shit right there, man. Like, and I'm saying that as that it's a picture in the daytime. Like, I cannot imagine being out there at night, dude. Like, fuck that. Nah, bro. That is some that is like waiting for something to just come out of the freaking like woodland area, like a Bigfoot or Ohio grassman or something like that right there. Got a bunch of overgrowth there. Some stuff that's actually mowed. I don't know if they're going to consider this a pond or that's part of the Chagrin River right there because that looks more like a river basin area there because it's not that deep. You could throw some waders on if you wanted to and go out there and probably fish in like 4 or 5 foot water. Like probably like 3 feet is my guess, honestly. 3 feet some places, and then obviously it's a little bit deeper in some other places, like 4.5 maybe or so. Yeah, it looks like it's all river basin probably. So this would probably be the secondary pond, would be my guess right there. Going up on this little barn. Yeah, it still looks kind of creepy even up close, dude. Looks like you got some small horse stables in there though. That's nice. Upper loft area where you could actually sleep in if you needed to for when you're building the house on the property or something like that. Not bad, not bad. Like I said, quarter of what it is. Moving on to the next one, you got $999,900, so almost $1 million, so about half of what that California property is. And you get 51.62 acre lot. And this is in Dublin, Ohio, which is about like this is actually worth it right now because Dublin's going to blow up like fucking crazy in the next like 2 or 3 years because of that Intel chip factory that's coming up now. So, yeah, it's really a lot of acreage. And then you got, looks like a little old barn on there. It's in very rough shape. Looks like it could be torn down very easily. Yeah, so basically tear down the barn, build a house on that property, put a pond on that property. You got a decent place, man. Makes sense. It's just a farming area. That's what it was used for. Next up, for a 197-acre lot and $1.5 million. This is in Strutsville, Ohio. Again, this is just acreage. We're not actually building a house on this. We have another $500,000 that we could build a house on this, though, if we wanted to. Clear cut down some of that woodland, build a house on that property, put a pond on that property. If there's not already one. Oh, no. That's interesting, though. So it said that there wasn't, it says zero bed, 0 bath home or anything like that, but yet there's like clearly a little house right there is what it is. That's weird. Very weird. And then they're showing the house. So obviously somebody didn't do the thing properly on this then. Actually, that's a nice little place there, man. Not gonna lie. It's a little downstairs den, kitchen, living area there. Dining room. With an old school ass heater. Or not heater, old school ass wood burning stove is what it is there. So I'm guessing that would double as potential cooking surface, maybe even. Bathroom. Washer dryer next to the bathroom, it looks like there. Little kitchen area there. And that's a little bit small, but you got a little bit of space that you can do stuff with if you're making food. It's like a secondary bathroom off of the kitchen there with what appears to be a chest freezer next to it. I've actually seen stuff like this before. The place that my brother used to live down in Reynoldsburg, they had that same exact deal. It was supposed to be it was like a 1.5 bath or whatever, and it was just that basically. You had a toilet and a sink in there, and then you had they put a chest freezer in there with it, like across from the commode. So, and then of course you had all your storage and stuff in there. So yeah, not bad, not bad. Little bit cramped, obviously. I don't know that I want to be storing food above your shitter though in there. I'm just gonna say that right now, man. Like that seems like a bad deal all the way around to use it as like where you essentially like I don't know if they turned this into a bathroom or if it was already a bathroom that they turned into then a trying to think what that's called now, food storage area. Fuck, can't think what the name is offhand now. Brain no worky today. Yeah, I can't remember. But either way, yeah, not bad though. Like I said, I could see putting the freezer in there, obviously, and doing like a deep freeze or whatever. But yeah, I would never have like canned vegetables and stuff like that right above your toilet. That's just nasty. That's just waiting for like, all kinds of food contamination and stuff like that there. So you got a bedroom here. Can't tell if that's either a kid's room or a master bedroom right there. Okay, that was probably a master bedroom. That's probably like mom and dad's bedroom right there. Then you got a secondary bedroom with 3 bunk beds in it. So potentially upwards of 4 or 5 kids that they have there. As well as 3 even. Another area there looks like it could be a bedroom maybe. Or some kind of storage area. Outside of the back of the house. Get your picnic table outside there. This looks like an old school place that you would actually turn into like a bigger outhouse. Honestly, with the way that that's set up there. It's probably like a little storage area, like a storage shed is my guess, honestly. 2-car garage, little camper out there. Got a 4-wheeler in the garage with a mower. Little storage area out there. Little storage area. Yeah, not bad. They got multiple mowers in there, actually. It's like multiple four-wheelers, too. Honestly, sorry, if I'm going to have something like that, man, like, I'm not going to do just a little riding mower like that. I'm going to do, like, a bigger brush hog or something like that. And have, like, an actual, like, I don't care what it would be. Like a John Deere or something like that, maybe. Or, like, a Ferguson or something like that, maybe. That would be, like, a bigger... Or even, like, one of the bigger Cub Cadets that actually could double as, like, a brush hoggy area and stuff like that. Because you could have that, like, that... Because that red one right there kind of looks a little bit like similar to the Cub Cadets and stuff like that, but it's like a little riding lawnmower versus like a small tractor that would be like a brush hog and stuff like that. Because for that kind of acreage and stuff there, you would definitely need to have that kind of deal there. Like just looking back at what you have there to like mow down potentially, like nah, man, like I'm gonna want to have a much bigger like brush hog area and take care of some of this like overgrowth here is what it is, and like some of this overgrowth out here too as well for that matter. And then how big it is out in front there, you could easily clear cut some of those trees down and do some more cutting and do some more like mowing down and stuff like that and making a bigger area. And the fact you already have 2 ponds on that area and stuff like that make like easier access to the ponds and things like that. So I'm gonna go back and see exactly what this is labeled as right here. Let's see what it says here. Breathtaking wooded area, which spreads over 2 parcels, totaling a total of 197 acres. Seller is willing to separate the parcels to fit the particular needs of the buyer or sell it as a whole. There is a home situated on the first parcel that is being sold as is. Okay, so there you go. That's what they just didn't put in there. So it's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath house with a small cellar is what it says there. So the site also includes a large pole barn that once housed horses, plus a shed. House has electric and city water. Heating is done by a wood stove. Okay, so that makes sense. That was what was in the dining room area there. Yeah. So basically, you got wood stove heat in there, and you know everything else you need. $1.5 million, man. You're talking about almost 100 acres of land there. Or sorry, almost, no, it's not 100 acres. Almost 200 acres because 197 acres of land there. You could easily split that between 5 and 6 people, dude, and you could have like a decent amount of people there. Just put the cost of that down to like a manageable price and just put a couple more houses and stuff on that land. And you'd all have access to, all you'd have to do basically is have set up to electricity, and then even potentially have maybe like some solar panels on the houses and stuff like that for a secondary electric source. And you'd have like a nice ass area out there for like a little compound of people or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna save this for later actually to show Honda them tonight. So anyway, we got 5.77 acres, 129,900. 2-acre lot for 220,000 almost. That's in Dalestown. 49,900 5-acre lot. Trying to see some of the bigger ones here. $90,000, 2.48 acres. $55,000, 5 acres. $350,000, 27.3 acre lot. This is in Columbus area. $35,000 for this house. Like, you don't really have much space there, whatever. You got a little plot of land there and stuff next to it. But yeah, you got the house. So, it's a nice house. Anyway, yeah, I think that's about it for today, honestly. You know, we already did about a half hour here. So, you can get a lot of good stuff here in Ohio for not a lot of money. And that's the problem with society in a nutshell when it comes to California. There's states like that where it's way overpriced. So anyway, I'll be back later, probably tomorrow or Tuesday with another Grandstand or something else for that matter. But yeah, until later, I'll see you guys on the next one. Hope you all enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you tonight on Honda's chat on Rumble. Later.